Okay, so you see the screen now. Okay, let's take a look. So yeah, I mean this one was a bit better actually. This one was a little bit better. But let's see what you did. The lane starts a little bit late. So here it's very crucial that we get first auto on the wave.
Yeah.
Right? So what you should do here is you should just move down and use the bush advantage that you have, and then just look to try to auto attack the wave. Like if I walk up, I cannot click you to ever get Q on you if you just stand in the bush here. You can also then utilize this front minion for your Q angle onto me. This also just allows you to auto attack it faster. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like against supports that have range, I get it. Like if you have like Blitzcrank, right? And the enemy is like Zyra and you have Blitz, and this is like I don't know, like Caitlyn and you're playing Lucian. Like I understand you can't just walk up for the minions. But in this scenario, you realize that you can just walk south and then you can just auto this early, right?
Yeah.
Now here what I do is I position myself up to the top side angle because I know that there's no ability other than W that you can actually use to jump on me, right? Because there's no way that you're ever going to align a Q on me in this angle, and I have first auto on the wave. Okay. Now if you use W, you use too much mana, which I'm happy with, right? I don't care if you, because if you're low mana and I have like, well, I'm Vayne, I'm not going to use that much. Like you're a very mana reliant champion, right? And if you're running out of that, then that's really good. Here I click back and I try to angle myself in a way that you don't have to Q. Now this Q isn't bad, right? What you do here isn't bad, and the reason it's not bad is because you're getting the push lead against me, right?
Yeah, that was.
It's not terrible. Yeah, it's actually not that bad. So far this is all fine. Here you auto this. Yep. Now you notice that I walk up, right? So in this 1v1, I just want you to see how I'm playing the lane, right? Now I know that you're going in for this minion, so I'm looking for auto attack. But the thing is, this minion was in this position. It ended up moving up. Do you see how this minion like slightly moves up? Like just look at this minion here. Like this minion moves up. That sucks for me. I didn't expect this minion to move up, right? Now because this minion moves up, instead of autoing it from here, which I can then possibly hit you with, auto Q auto, because you are on cooldown, now I have to try to go all the way and hit you, which I'm not going to do that, because now I have to deal with these casters, and then I don't want to walk all the way. Okay?
Yeah.
So now what I'm thinking is, okay, well, I can't actually I can't punish you on this minion anymore because it ended up walking up, which is fine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus all of my attention on the wave. Okay?
Yeah.
So here I'm just autoing the wave. Now of course, granted, I'm playing with 100 ping, so it's like really not like the autos, everything is slow, right? This is really bad by me, right? Actually no, I auto here. So what I'm doing here is I know that as you're hitting this, I'm gonna hit you, right? And then what I'll do is I'll take these minions and then I'll pull them up. And then while I pull them up, I'm going to auto this minion in the process. And then I'm going to use these minions. These minions will pull up this way. And then I'm going to chill back here. And then I'm going to safely farm as well as I can. That's what my game plan is in the game right now. So I auto attack. I miss the auto. And then I just pull the lane into me. You see how I just pull the lane into me?
Yeah.
Right? Now what this allows me to do is it allows me not to walk up so deep against you, and I can just keep the lane here. I'm happy here. I'm not going to get level 2 against you, right? Because you have the ability to use your Q, and I don't have wave clear the way you do. Now the Q you use here, I think you just misplay it.
Yeah.
Right? I think this is a misplay. I get what you're going for, which isn't bad, but it's just a misplay. And now, what do you think I'm thinking about?
I'm on cooldown.
Yes, you are in cooldown.
So you can just walk in and trade, like.
Yeah, I can look for trade here. I can look for trade. Exactly. Now, now of course I have to be aware of the fact that there are 3 casters here. But I have pressed the attack and I have Q. The damage that comes out of these casters is going to be a lot less than the amount of damage that I can throw at you. Especially when you're going to be spending time wasting an auto on this minion here.
Yeah.
That's why the best corresponding pocket for this north minion is this one here. So now all I'm going to do, and of course I'm at 100 something ping, so I cannot do it effectively, but you can, right? You can sit here and you can move. You want to be moving from this angle and this angle up and down rapidly to play on this minion that in my perspective that you're about to hit.
Yeah.
Okay? Is that clear? Now, this is the stuff that what I'm trying to do with all of these sessions with you, right? Is I want you to just, I'm going to be repeating the same things over and over again a lot of the times, but I really need you to understand them and just be able to do them, because eventually you will be able to do them. Okay? But you should never forget about the principles in the lane, right? So here I look for auto attack. Unfortunately, I don't find it. This is a ping issue. I cannot move quickly on this champion, considering I have to deal with this, right? Right. So now at this point, right, like you auto attack. Like at this point again, right? I'm doing the same. I'm looking for the same thing, right?
Yeah.
The minion that will correspond with this minion is going to the pocket that will correspond with this minion is going to be the one down here. Right? So now I should be moving up and down like this. Now what I should also be doing is I should be clicking on this bush to get the word down. Because in your angle you can move down and you can actually evade all of my auto attacks if you just use this bush. Right? So in a bot lane situation, you should always be looking toward this bush when you're in this type of angle. Now, are you on cooldown? I think I troll here.
No, I'm not. I held them specifically.
This is my mistake. This is the first mistake I make in the lane. This is where you should win the lane. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, this is where I make a huge error in the lane. In my head, I thought I was level 2. What I was intending on doing is I was going to hit you and then I was moving down. I haven't laned in a bit. I'm not level 2. I thought I was level 2 for some reason, because I wasn't thinking. Because then I was going to auto you, and then I was going to move down, and then I was going to look for like another auto or something. But I think doing this is just, regardless, it's stupid. So what I'm doing is I'm inting the lane. You must punish me for this. Right? Like, you should, yeah, so you do it, but you do it too late. But you have to realize you have to play this game in pockets. Okay?
Yeah.
You have to, when you play the game in pockets, the principles of the lane become a lot more clearer. But when you run around everywhere in the lane, like you're running here and then you run here, right? If you run here, you run here, you randomly run here, like the concept of the concept of lane is completely dismantled because you're not even following the pockets, right? So yeah. Like here, if my pocket is here to try to hit you on this minion, for example, right? Now I'm an idiot. This is bot lane, right? So yes, playing bot lane, sometimes you forget that you get level 2. Like it's duo lane, right? Sometimes you forget that you get level 2 on the 7th minion inside of a solo lane. So anytime I'm playing bot lane, he's not gonna get level 2 yet, right? So yes, I agree that sometimes stuff like this happens, but in a duo lane, of course, you're gonna have to kill off all of these minions, these 2 more, to actually get level 2. You're aware of that, of course, right? Yeah, we know that. Now here, my thought process was, oh, you're not gonna hit level 2. I'm an idiot. I forgot solo lane. So here, because my pocket is down here, now this is what I'm doing is wrong. You have to first acknowledge that, because this is a solo lane. Okay, what I'm doing is incorrect. I should not be doing this, but because I am, the pocket that you choose should be able to punish the mistake that I'm making, right? If I move up to hit you, you should be moving in this pocket up and down, right? Yeah. Because just like this pocket is mine, the pocket that's adjacent to this is yours. So as I hit you on this minion, you are also moving from these 2 angles, just like me. Okay? Now I'll show you a different example, actually. I'll show you a better example where I'm not making an error in the lane. Like right here. If, for example, you stand over here, okay? We can both agree that this is the minion that is going to be on the next play. Right? Yeah. I want you to start thinking of lane as like play by play. Every minion that's low is a play, essentially. Okay? Yeah. So if my pocket is going to be this way, and I'm moving from this angle to this angle to try to hit you as you go in for this minion in the yellow box, your pocket should also be over here, moving back and forth to try to get this minion before I hit you. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Like, this is what I mean by, this is why pockets are so crucial in laning. Okay?
Yeah.
Because then you can start following the basic concepts of trade. Right?
If your pocket is there,
Yeah.
why would I not want to
You
position?
yes. You could also position here.
Yeah.
This is better actually than this. This is what you just brought up was a pretty good question. But I'm just giving you an example. Like,
yeah.
let's say for like in bot lane again, we have to consider support. If my support is here, and your support is like Blitzcrank or like Braum,
Yeah,
and like you can't just move south, right?
You can't stand out.
You can't stand there. Yes. But what you're saying is correct. Yes, you can stand here to hit this minion, but this is only respective if the support matchup allows you to do so.
Yeah.
Right? Because at that point, why even contest me? Or sorry, why even have to contest me for this minion when you can just stand here? Right? That's completely acceptable. Right? But what I'm saying is I'm just giving you this is like a general like example of like how laning should be.
Yeah.
Okay? It's all based on pockets. You must be able to do pockets. That's why I say mouse movement is one of the most, well, it's the second most important fundamental. The first most important fundamental of League of Legends is general awareness. Right? Awareness of what you're doing. This is not just a league fundamental, this is a fundamental for everything you do. Like everything you do, literally. The second most important fundamental is your mouse. When I'm telling you to click up and down here, this is a byproduct of the mouse. If your mouse is fast, only then can you actually retain the pockets effectively. Once you're able to retain the pockets effectively, now you can trade effectively.
Yeah.
Do you see this?
Yeah.
The most important thing about League of Legends is your awareness and your mouse. Once you get these two things down pat, then it becomes a little bit harder. Because that's the easy part, really, to be fair. Then it becomes a little bit harder because now you have to understand pockets. But once you understand pockets, now it's all about your reaction time. It's all about your mechanics. What I'm doing here, it's not difficult. Because if you practice this over and over and over again for hundreds of games, dude, you will succeed. Okay? Does that make sense?
No, that completely makes sense.
Okay, this is how you trade in League of Legends.